Another Smash third-party representation that is already in the game, and we get Kid Icarus Uprising 2.
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Block Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. And you guys have sent me this really awesome piece of information. It actually looks like we are getting a sequel to one of our favorite games of all time, Kid Icarus Uprising, which is incredibly cool because, of course, that game was beloved by so many. It is a Sakurai production through and through, and you can really feel the love in that game. So I can't wait to dive into all the information that is pointing towards a brand new Kid Icarus Uprising game that is all included in here. And also we get to talk about Chun-Li from Street Fighter potentially coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC fighter. So one of the DLC fighters, we have 3 more to go, and of course everyone is really excited to find out who those final 3 are. It's the talk of the town just because, I mean, Sephiroth basically just threw a wrench in everyone's operations, right? Everyone thought that they knew kind of what the pattern was, and well, Steve also really did a number on theories and stuff like that, but especially now that we have Sephiroth, everything seems to be fair game. I think that Chun-Li as a character really falls in the same category as Sephiroth. I mean, it's a franchise that is third party, it's already represented in Smash Brothers, that franchise, but it gets another rep that is another huge fan favorite character from that franchise. So, I mean, I could see even if Sephiroth wasn't the, newcomer from Final Fantasy VII, it would have been Tifa or a character like that, and Chun-Li, of course, another very strong female character from that franchise. We already have our second in command, we already have Ken in the game, so this would really cross with people's expectations, this would really fit well. So I wanted to dive into this leak and kind of break it down from the top down, just because there's so much more than just Chun-Li and Kid Icarus to break down here. And of course, I've also been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube content? Whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And I just wanted to dive right into things because there is so much to break down in this leak that it just needs all the time that it can get. Nintendo Direct leak. And it actually talks about proof as well. Soon, it says. Here it is. Proof. Within the next 2 weeks, Nintendo will release an introductory video for their first VR headset featuring Mr. Koizumi. They will go lightly into its features. It has an OLED screen, mostly the same motion tracking options of the Oculus Go, but also can detect the positions of the updated Joy-Cons in relation to the headset. Following this announcement, Nintendo will tweet about the upcoming Direct focusing on 2021 games. But here are all the announcements. So that's really cool, a VR headset, and it's coming with new games. So really, really interesting. Here we go. Kid Icarus Olympus. It plays similar to Kid Icarus Uprising, but it's entirely in first person. Also exclusive to their VR headset. The chariot travel levels are also revealed. Then, of course, Beat Saber. Tetris Effect Connected. Then, Mario Kart Home live circuit reveal of the special cart for your VR headset. And then Bowser's Fury trailer, a showcase of the desert world. And then Super Mario Galaxy 2 will get a reveal and releases the day after the Direct. And then new Kingdom Hearts spin-off game. So no real information about that anymore. Near Replicant port. And then a remaster of Fire Emblem Fates. The Legend of Zelda Oracles of Times, a remake of both Seasons and Ages as one game by Grezzo. And then Splatoon Tournament, a racing game. Their squid form is replaced by carts. You can turn into your Inkling form to try to shoot others or change the map's layout. And then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass 2, the Roving Rangers from Super Mario Odyssey. So a lot of cool stuff to break down here, and I generally just wanted to dive into Kid Icarus Uprising here because that is the very exciting part about this leak. I think generally just Kid Icarus Uprising was such an incredibly amazing game. It has so much love into it, it has so much detail, and it's a Sakurai production, like I said, through and through. It totally makes sense to make a sequel of this. Just it being first person only, I feel like that game could really benefit from that third person view, just because those were my favorite segments of the game. I know everyone really loves the flying segments, but to me, one of the best parts about Kid Icarus Uprising were the kind of like Zelda-like action segments. That was actually just really exciting to me. So I really wanted to find out if, anything like that is coming. People have been raving about that game for the longest time. I own it on 3DS. I've played it like many times. There's so much detail in there, and there are so many like hidden things that I feel like Sakurai really put all his love and effort into Kid Icarus. So if there is a sequel, if Sakurai can work on something after Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I would be very happy about that. Now let's dive into the Chun-Li of all things. Dexerto.com actually reports originally posted by Michael William, Japanese Smash Ultimate leaker reveals future DLC fighters. A Japanese Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leak is gaining popularity online for correctly predicting Hero and Steve, as well as what could end up being the next DLC fighters. While most Smash Ultimate leaks amount to nothing, especially when most leakers try to remain anonymous, this one from 2018 has been circling communities recently for containing plenty of accurate information. Posted onto the Japanese 5 forums, the leaker wrote that Erdrick, Dragon Quest's hero, was being developed for the game, along with the default guy from Minecraft, which ended up being Steve, very much a default guy. It would seem like the leaker was under the impression that these characters were being worked on as far back as 2018, noting that they were gone from the base game. Most notably, the leaker made 2 very bold claims. Big news for anyone wanting Tales of Symphonia rep added to Smash. Chun-Li was there, but somehow replaced with Ken. Bamco had both Symphonia and Vesperia protagonists in the planning stages, but they're not here as well. Judging by the fact that the leaker claimed Hero and Steve were in development back in 2018, this could end up being a good sign for a Symphonia and Vesperia representation. Then, as Exerto previously reported, a new fan theory has emerged suggesting that a Tales of fighter could be announced during Bandai Namco's Tales of Festival in March. This could also line up with the Amiibo theory, which suggests that a DLC is revealed slightly before or after waves of Amiibo. The next wave is scheduled for March. Additionally, the idea that Nintendo originally had Chun-Li as a second Street Fighter character seems plausible, but ultimately opting for Ken as a Ryu Echo fighter probably significantly cut down on development time. However, it's also possible that she could end up coming to Smash at some point, especially if Nintendo was deep into her development. Unfortunately, the leaker doesn't elaborate. Amusingly, both Chun-Li and Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia appeared on a leaked list of Sakurai's supposed character choices. One other important thing to note about the leak is how it pertains to Kingdom Hearts' Sora and Final Fantasy VII's Sephiroth. The leaker wrote Sora was also a candidate, but was rejected because they felt that, having any Disney characters wouldn't be right as the Kingdom Hearts representative. This remark lines up with what former Game Informer editor Imran Khan revealed about Nintendo approaching Disney about getting Sora in Smash and how Disney Japan was against the idea. Finally, while the leaker claimed that Hero ended up being the Square Enix representative over Sephiroth, do keep in mind that this was back before the Fighters Pass Volume 1 was completed or Volume 2 was even announced. It seems like, even if this leak is true, that Sephiroth re-entered the conversation when Fighters Pass Volume 2 was being discussed. As always, take these leaks with a grain of salt, but if a Tales of representative or Chun-Li joins the roster next, there's an even greater chance that this was all legitimate. So generally, Chun-Li seems like a really cool idea for a Smash fighter, would totally work in my, view. I think the character has a really great moveset potential, so I would actually totally be for it, and I'm curious what you guys think of all this. If you comment down below, that comment could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, of course, do you think Kid Icarus Uprising needs a sequel? And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our own user, the Kine Admore, saying, I can see Dante now that we got Sephiroth. I can see a trailer with Sephiroth fighting Cloud, then Dante starts shooting at, and there's something like, whoa, Virgil, when did you grow out your hair? And I thought blue was your color. And Eggman would be awesome if he's got the Egg Walker or his pod with special attacks being referenced references to all kinds of Sonic games, like for example his side special. Yeah, it could turn his pod into the drill boss from Sonic 2. Only problem, he would be huge, so I don't know, but I would love any new Sonic character. The only one I like would be Charmy, and I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Xenoblade, but I'll be honest, I hope something else gets in, like a retro rep like Kunio-kun, and have an alt or something like a Ricky. That would be my choice. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Alex and Ryan from River City Ransom, and I really want Scott Pilgrim me outfit, and I know he doesn't come from a video game, but it would be awesome. Well, King Amor, thank you so much for your comment. I think Scott Pilgrim would actually be really cool. He doesn't really come from a video game, but it's all about video games, so maybe there's a little bit of a chance for that. And yes, I think your trailer ideas are really solid. Guys, keep sending them in. I totally love you guys' ideas for trailers and reveals and stuff like that, so love to read them. And thank you guys so much for sending in all your comments. These are always a ton of fun to read through. And of course, a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. You guys supporting this channel in this kind of a year, in this kind of situation, is awesome to me. So thank you so much. And if you haven't already, go to patreon.com/blockcontent to donate, and you'll be a part of the family. And remember, if you're not yet a member of Block Content yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner with, as always, more Blocked content. See ya!